Can we meet you, ma? Your name, please?
My name is Adeshola.
If you want to take two things come out for a house, like say house they born now, 200 billion day inside, your husband day inside, and your children day inside. I beg which two things you will come out for the house?
Husband and pikin I go come out. I don't need it.
So you go leave 200 billion for house, make it born.
200 billion yeah, make it kuku jola patapata. Make it kuku jola patapata.
Mommy, 200 billion plenty. You feel remarry. You feel remarry and even reborn.
Ma ṣe yẹn fẹ́ mi. Àwọn ọmọ mi àti husband mi gogo ono jẹ́ kí pé fún mi. Ló jẹ́ pàtàkì.
So mama, if you don't come up with the 200 billion, no money dey, like no money. Nigeria hard though, you don't understand.
Gogo ju billion lọ, ó ju àìmọye lọ mọ́ mi ni mo àtọkọ mi.
So nothing fit change your mind, mommy.
Okay, kí ni owó?
200 billion, you fit travel out of this country, go start new life.
Kó jẹ́ 1 million billion ló wà ńbẹ̀. 1 million billion ló wà ńbẹ̀. Ẹ̀mí yẹn gogo ló ṣe pàtàkì sí mi.
Mommy, 200 billion. 200 billion plenty, oh. You fit start a new life, buy new cars.
Ẹ dápẹ́ ṣàánú mi.
Èmi ṣe pàtàkì.
Èmi ṣe pàtàkì.
Thank you, ma. How far my nigga now? Good afternoon. Abeg, we fit meet you. Wetin be your name?
No, Igwe Kechukwu.
Okay, wetin you talk?
Igwe Kechukwu.
Igwe Kechukwu. Okay, Igwe Kechukwu. So I want to say something. If to say you dey house or no, I mean you come out and you can't come back, you can't reach house, you can't say house on the fire don dey burn for house, and you get 200 billion for house. Your wife dey there and your pikin and your mother. I beg, which two things you go come out for the house?
And my wife and my mother.
Your wife and your mother, your pikin, your children.
I'll come out everybody, my family.
Now only two things if you come out. Which two things you go come out?
I'll come out my mother and my children.
So you go leave your wife and 200 billion for house?
Most now my mother herself I will come out and my children.
You go come out your mother and your children. Yeah. Why you want come out your mother? Why you want leave your wife?
My mother know how it is suffer about me.
And your wife will give birth to your children. You don't know say if you carry your wife, you will give birth to children again. No? You not reason that one?
I know, but I still love my mother.
And your children?
Yes.
So you go leave your wife and 200 billion for house, make it born.
Now so now.
For this side economy. You sure say they tell me the truth?
Now after I tell you.
For this hard economy, you go come out your mother and your children, leave 200 billion for house.
Yes, now.
200 billion.
Your wife will come up with that.
So you go leave your wife. Yes. Why you want leave your wife?
You ask me saying I'm two person. Now what I feel why I want to leave, I'm saying the most I love my mother and my children. Now two wives.
Thank you very much. Street Date TV. So I have here with me. Can we please meet you? Your name, please?
Hilary.
Hilary?
No, just Hilary.
Just Hilary. Okay. So I want to ask you a question. If you have a burning house, I mean you went out and you returned back and you saw that you got to your place, God forbid, and the house is burning, and you have 200 billion in the house, you have your husband, you have your children, and you have your mother in the house. Please just tell us kindly and honestly the two things you'd like to take away from the house.
My children and the 200 billion.
So you leave your husband and your mother in the house. You know mother is everything. Your mother gave birth to you, and your husband. You know where it takes care of, like your husband. So sincerely.
I can look for another husband.
Okay.
My mother, I'm very sure that she'll be old by that time.
And so she can go. You mean she can go if she wants to go? But that 200 billion is so important to you. You know when you have your mother, you can actually still make another 200 billion. If you have your husband, you can still make another children. I'm not trying to convince you. I'm asking honest opinion.
Okay, my mother and my children. Let me be like that.
And you leave your husband?
Yes.
So you look for another father for them?
Yes.
You look for another father for them. And what would you tell your children when they grew up, when they ask of their father?
He got burnt.
Are you playing?
He got burnt.
What type of playing?
He got burnt, just like that. In the house, just like that. Like, he got burnt in the house, just like that. And this 200 billion, you just leave it like, just like that. You know you can start a new life with it. I'm not trying to convince you, I just want to know your honest opinion. Don't be confused.
I am.
Are you confused? Do not be confused.
My mother and the children.
Final answer?
Yes.
Final answer. Thank you.
My name is Ramon.
Your name na Ramon?
Yes.
Okay, Ramon. If they say you come out, God forbid, you just come back for where you go. So you come meet your house where they born, and you get like 200 billion for the house, and your mama dead there, your wife dead there, and your children dead there. I beg, and you get one opportunity to carry two people. I be two things come out for the house. Which one you go carry?
Well, that question hard.
You know hard. Just one opportunity to carry just two people come out for the house. You remember I said 200 billion, they plenty. Your mama now she born you now. She it important. Your wife, now you they service her. Now she they service you. And your children, the product of your service. Which one you will come out? Just two things.
If like that 200 billion. If like that 200 billion and my children.
So you
mama don't try now.
Mama don't try, so make sure they go.
If I don't carry the money, mama go vex me.
Jesus! If you don't carry the money here, mama go vex. Mama will don't die for fire, she go vex for heaven.
She go vex for heaven.
She go vex for heaven, so you don't carry the money.
At least I break that record for our family. 200 billion.
So the money too plenty, you know, feel live am. And your wife, without 200 billion, you fit get plenty. No man, now as they go. Abi now. So you go come out for this country or you go stay?
I go jackpot. This is how they do for you.
With 200 billion, if you stay here now, 200 billion plenty now, you fit start business.
I go start up life for there with my family.
With your family?
Yeah, now.
You fit stay here now, why you want come out? With 200 billion, you fit transform Nigeria? That one said day.
That one's day, sha.
So you know, if you carry the 200 billion, you no go come out again?
I go day, sha.
And you think say your wife will forgive you?
She go forgive me now if I take care of the children well.
Can you please tell your name to our viewers at home?
Oyinkansola.
Okay, can I meet you please? Okay, ma. Oyinkansola, I want to ask you both a question. Oyinkansola and Temitope. So if, God forbid, if you went out and you returned back and your house, God forbid, and your house is burning, and you have 200 billion in the house, and you have your husband and your mom and your children in the house, and you are given one opportunity to take just two people or two things out of the house, what and what would you take? Temitope first. I'm coming to you.
Children is there.
Children is here, your husband is here, your mom is here, and 200 billion. 200 billion is much.
Mommy àti ìyá mi ni. Tọ́kọ bá máa lọ kó máa lọ.
And your mom?
My mom and my child.
Your mom and your child?
Yeah.
So you forfeit 200 billion and your husband?
200k máa lọ.
Your husband is servicing you.
My mom and my child. Ó ti tán.
Your mom and your 200 billion, you can start up a life.
Kí ni? Okay, kí wá pa ọmọ torí 200 million.
Okay. Oh yeah, you tell me 200 billion, your children, your husband, and your mom, uncle.
It's my mom and my children.
Your mom and your children.
Yes, so
you will leave your husband for. Your husband should go and die.
Yes.
I don't understand. Somebody that is servicing you.
Yes, servicing what?
You leave 200 billion. 200 billion. You can leave this country.
I'll see it again.
Where? This country is so hard though. You can't get money anyhow in this country.
Oh, okay.
So you forfeit 200 billion. I'm not saying 200 million. I said 200 billion. 200 billion Nigerians. So you leave 200 billion.
Yes.
In the house to burn.
Yes.
So you take your mom and your children.
Yes.
And you leave your husband.
Yes.
The love of your life. Your heart. And it be your coin.
Yeah, no, I'll leave him. He should go and die.
Nigga, how far now? Good afternoon. How Nigeria? How every? I beg be your name.
My name is Samuel.
Okay, I beg. I got one question for you, and I won't make you answer sincerely.
Okay.
If to say you come out for house and you can't return back to house, God forbid, the house can't be burn, and you get like 200 billion for the house.
Whoa.
You get 200 billion. You get your mama day inside, your children day inside, and your wife. And you just get one opportunity to carry two things come out for the house. Which I wish you go carry?
How many things should I carry?
Just two things now. 200 billion they deal, 200 billion now, a whole lot of money. You fit start a new life. And your mama now she born you now. And your wife, who she dey service you, they service her. And your children, the product of your service. I beg which one and
My
which
mama
you.
will born me till I reach this age. She's old enough.
So
I'm sure. Mama, sorry.
Will you keep quiet?
Sorry, mommy.
Okay.
I will just go for my wife and my 200 million. We start a new
200
life.
billion.
200 billion.
Billion.
Fuck shit. We start a new life. Forget it. We just fly over to Miami. For this country, where we do?
So you go leave your children for. They be your future. Your future.
See.
Leaders of tomorrow.
See, the thing is that people try to deliver daily, and the child will go back.
But you don't born them. So you go leave them for fire, make them.
The situation don't change now. Make them go.
But sorry, if you say your wife not fit born again, call.
We go adopt. Forget.
Man. So you go leave your biological children for fire, make them born, and your mama will born you, will train you, reach this stage.
My dear sister, life continues. This is Nigeria. You know, it's not easy to make 200 billion. Hey, even if now you say Makali, I will leave you.
You go leave me for fire. Me self go leave you.
My name is Dr. Jayola Badbones.
Doctor which hospital? Doctor of which hospital?
Doctor of the
Blood of Jesus!
That's nice, so great. So I have a question for you. So let me ask you this. If you leave your home in the morning and you get back home at night and the house is burning, God forbid, but you have 200 billion in the house. You have your mother that gave birth to you in the house. You have your children, your offspring in the house. And you have your wife in the house. And you are given just one opportunity to take two things out of the house. Which would you take? 200 billion is much, a huge money. Your mama, now she born you now. And your wife, your children, future of tomorrow. I beg, which and which, just two things.
All I would like to take is that I would like to take my child and my wife out of that fire.
So you leave your mother to born and 200 billion.
Excuse me. I would like to take my wife and my child.
Okay.
And my mother.
No, you just have to take two things. Just two things.
Two
Can't
things.
take three things. Yes.
Just two things now.
So which and which?
My wife and my mother.
So you leave your children and 200 billion.
I will still born another one.
And the 200 billion, where will you start from? Nigeria is so hard.
The goal provide that 200 billion. Provide another 1 million for me.
You want to compare 200 billion to 1 million. Nigeria is so hard though. You can leave this country, start a life, have a business, establish yourself with 200 billion.
Don't worry. Go with it.
So you're not convinced? 200 billion is huge. So if I were to be in the fire, would you leave me in the fire too?
No. You're my wife now.
So you take me with you, Abi. Yeah. But me, I'll leave you in the fire. Your name?
My name is Cross.
Cross. Okay, so Cross, BB Niger last year, or which one?
Not that last year.
Your home Cross.
Yeah.
Okay, so Cross, I want to ask you a sincere question, and I need a sincere answer. So now, you left home in the morning and you go back late at night in the evening, and on getting back home, God forbid, your house is burning. And inside that house, you have 200 billion. Your mother that gave birth to you is here. You have your wife there, and you have your children in the house. And you're just given an opportunity to just take two things out of the house, just two things. Okay. Which and which will you take?
My mom is there, my wife is there, and 200 billion is there.
And your children.
And my children. And I should take two things.
Yeah.
This question is kind of complicating.
That is what I'm asking.
It's kind of complicating. Okay, I will either take three things.
No, you can't take three things, just
two things. My mom is there, my children is there, and my wife is there.
And
200 billion is there. Then I will take my mom and my children.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
So you leave 200 billion in the house to burn.
Is not everything.
Are you sure in this hard economy?
Okay.
Without 200 million, you can leave this country and start up a life.
I'm not rushing life. Another one will come. More than that one will come.
So you rather take your...
My mom and my kids.
And your wife?
My wife, is it possible for me to get her? I will get her and leave the fucking money.
But now you can just take two things, just two things.
Just my mom and my kids. I feel if it's possible for me to save my girl, I will save her.
But do you know that if you take your wife, you can actually still make more children? If you take your mother and your wife.
No, you don't understand. My mom is more important to me and my kids.
What if you take your mom and 200 billion?
No, my kids is more important.
You can start up a family.
Give me more than that money.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
But what if they are just young? They are just starting up, like little children?
Even though patience is a virtue.
Right?
Yeah,
right,
very right.
That's right.
Yeah, patience is a virtue. It's good for someone to be patient. You feel me? There is no need for you to be rushing.
So you leave the 200 billion to waste and you leave your precious wife.
I wish I can take my precious wife with me. I would save and fuck the money there. The most important, that's what we are looking for at that moment.
Yes, the most
You feel me?
important.
Yeah, money is
So-
not everything. Let the money burn.
So your mother is so important
Very,
to
very
you.
important. I don't
And
joke,
your
my mom.
children.
Yes.
They are so important
Very,
to you.
very important.
So fuck 200 billion.
Fuck that money. The more than that will come next time. You feel me?
I feel you.
Yeah.
I feel you, my nigga. Give me. Shay, thank you.